Hey guys, Twitch ACB here. This year I have tackled through Shadow the Hedgehog for the first time after skipping to play this game for almost 20 years. I was surprised with the actual problem with this game, and it's not as bad as you think it is. My first take on Shadow was when I saw the trailers back in the 2000s, as not only they was taking Sonic in a different direction, but also the character Shadow himself. Sonic Adventure 2 had Shadow's first debut in the game, and he controlled just like Sonic. However, they promoted Shadow with guns, which I believe to be the major red flag of me not buying this game. Giving this game a chance this year, this actually wasn't the problem, as the core Sonic gameplay was there and the guns were handled pretty well. Guns can be considered optional if you prefer to use traditional moves like the homing attack, but the damage applied to the guns are handled faster in response. There is a good range of guns to be used, as they are all effective against either Black Doom's army or gun soldiers. Most guns do have ammo consumption added to them, so you only need to be wary when you are running out of ammo. Moving forward to the actual problem with Shadow the Hedgehog are the ejector stages and mine. In some of the routes that you do Shadow the Hedgehog to complete all the 10 different endings before going through to the last part of the game, you will encounter levels that require a certain task to progress through. These missions are either taken the hero or dark routes, because the neutral routes are mostly about reaching the goal's end. They are very similar to Team Chaos levels in Sonic Heroes, which I consider the worst story out of the bunch in that game. Instead of running from point A to B naturally in a Sonic game, they require you to collect or destroy a certain number of things to progress through. It would be no big deal if there was a map that shows certain places unvisited whereby you miss the target along the way. Unfortunately, that isn't the idea, as once you pass a place and you miss the target, then you would have to second guess where it actually is by respawning back with a checkpoint. Easily, this could range between 3 minutes if you're aware of where all the targets are, till about 10 minutes plus if you're having a hard time finding where it is. Luckily for me, I was able to average just under 10 minutes for these types of stages, except for the Maria missions, which my luck ran out. Not to say that these stages are actually hard, but it becomes rather tedious for being stuck in a stage for a long time and lose a tempo for the storyline in hand. Upon saying my actual problem, everything else was not so bad after all. It does have that early 2000s Sonic charm with all the characters involved during the 4Kids era. Each of these characters had their personality while being handled with good voice actors and perspective. Even if the characters had minor role to contribute to the main story overall, having those little moments on screen was satisfying to show the importance of them being included to improve the game's value. The controls when playing as Shadow wasn't entirely an issue that becomes very apparent in most 3D Sonic games, whereby you do feel the slipperiness that comes with controlling the character in a 3D environment. Instead, the game opts to push you in one direction, plus stopping while shooting provides auto-aim assistance when defeating an enemy. One other feature that stands out are the different story routes. I feel as though that having multiple story routes really does change the perspective on seeing many different possible story angles the game wants to show you, especially when the cutscenes have funny moments seeing Doom trying to control Shadow for his own needs, or getting to know why the commander is out for revenge. Overall, I am glad that I gave Shadow the Hedgehog this year a chance to play through it, and seeing that this game isn't all that bad as I assumed many years ago. If you guys have any memories of Shadow the Hedgehog, do let me know in the comments, and hope you have a wonderful day.